Aperture. An aperture is a hole or an opening through which light travels. In the world of visual arts, we use the aperture to let us do a few things. Things like controlling the exposure and even adding some visual interest within our frames. Now, aperture is measured by stops, called f-stop. The lower your f-stop is, shooting wide open like say f1.2, 1.4, or 2, this will let more light into your camera, causing what every filmmaker and photography noob is obsessed with, shallow depth of field. This is how you get a blurred background and get those blurred lights adding that sexy cinematic goodness known as bokeh. When you have a high f-stop, say like f8, f16, f22, will get you a more darker image and having more things in focus since you're hardly letting any light in. Now, lenses can sometimes have something known as a variable aperture, mainly zooms. Meaning when you zoom in, automatically the aperture will close, letting in less light. Prime lenses, on the other hand, usually give you a fixed aperture, meaning the aperture remains the same at any time while you're shooting. Some zoom lenses allow for this feature too, but keep in mind, lenses like this can get a bit costly. Now, if you want that nice depth of field look and are shooting during the day, you're going to need to get something known as an ND filter. This will allow you to shoot your footage at a lower f-stop, since the ND will block the light coming into your sensor. Without an ND filter, lots of light will come into your image, causing it to become very overexposed. When you see this, you'll be sad, very sad, and frustrated. So trust me, get you some NDs. Now that you know how Aputure works, what can you do with it? Well, take an awesome photo of your Aputure gear with some awesome bokeh-licious depth of field, and the best photo will win an Aputure ALM9. This is Boima from the A-Team. Catch you next time, boys and girls.